You just said, as for the brewing storm, whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief. What exactly was that supposed to mean? You mean to say the Joy Seeker wants to destroy the very rules they laid down, the game they wove with their own hand?
Come over here. This fox mask is a ritual instrument I once used in dance and music. It accompanied me across vast distances in search of an elixir of immortality, a mark of who I was in life. I've lost count of how long it has been since I last wore it since being enlightened and transplanted here. But here it is, presented upon the altar again, which means...
As the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
For over a century, I presided over a war game in which supplicants carved out their own territories and vied for supremacy, using the power of the masks. I've also hosted survival games where emanators took the stage to compete, invoking eonic powers to try and slaughter every last opponent in a single day. Whenever the Phantasmoon games are at risk of being suspended or disrupted, I will use the authority granted by the elation and the abundance to measure, judge, and punish any violators. I guess you could call me the security protocol for the Phantasmoon games. But now, someone has gone and designated me as a supplicant. It's utterly unheard of. Who else but the laughter could pull off something like this?
Perhaps. Some entity harboring a deep-seated hatred for the laughter.
Who could it be? Entities like that. I couldn't count them all even if I used my toes. I warned that jerk ages ago. Take a joke too far, and you're bound to make enemies. See? Instant karma.
Never mind who he is, or what he's after. We're here, now. So what do you plan on doing? Fortune rests upon misfortune, and misfortune gives rise to fortune. Becoming a supplicant isn't necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't that allow you to step openly into this chaos and drag the puppet master into the light?
You're looking to team up with me? Team up with someone from the abominations of abundance that you Xianzhou people despise?
That's hardly appropriate. You're an ancient sacred tree. It's the furthest thing from an abomination of abundance, no?
Oh, your standards are certainly flexible. The hunt and the abundance. We really make quite the interesting pair. So, where do you plan on starting?
How about we start by freeing my friend in the tree?
I nearly forgot about that. Chip away, little bird. I'll allow it.
General Yao Guang and Miss Fox, I've received some news that might interest you.
A happiness surgery that wipes away suffering. The power of abundance in this world is disgustingly excessive. It seems the most terrifying omen I foresaw may not originate from the Stellaron hunters, nor from plain Arcadia itself. This supplicant, called Full Wish, is also a dangerous variable.
If you can, I would ask that you direct your focus toward Seafeld City.
You want to take a trip to Seafeld City? It seems I'll have to use some special measures to shorten the journey.
Oh, this is the part I've been looking forward to the most. I've always been curious where exactly this secret court is located, and what it connects to.
Xianzhou lady, let me show you this world's most impressive method of travel. Here we are!
Already? Wait. Why are we at this station?
Because naturally, we're taking the express to get where we're going.
All that buildup, and this is your idea of an impressive method of travel?
Well, what else? That's why I said you've definitely never seen this before. It's the Bulletworm Express. I bet you've never taken a ride on this.
You're the arbitrator of the Phantasmoon games. For crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way of getting around?
You're a great general of the Xianzhou for crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way to get around?
Fine. For the first time in my life, I finally know what it feels like to be the fool.
Ding dong! The train bound for Seafeld City is arriving at the station.
Hey, you got any money on you? Spot me a ticket, would ya?
That's the second time.
Astral Express, boo! Get out of Seafeld City! Astral Express, boo! Get out of Plain Arcadia!
Oh, good afternoon. Would you two lovely young ladies care to join us in protest for the bright future of—
Hey, Pops. You guys are grinning like it's a holiday festival, but your slogans sound so fierce. Doesn't that feel a bit weird?
We Seafeld folk pride ourselves on our manners. Even when expressing dissatisfaction, we do it with a smile. Now that's real happiness etiquette.
We won't let anyone ruin this serenity. Come on, ma'am. We have a flag with us. You'll feel better in no time.
Their emotions are so synchronized. It's like they rehearsed it. This kind of happiness feels like some compulsory routine.
Their smiles send shivers down my spine. Hey, wasn't it your Director Fullwish who invited the Astral Express crew here to debate? Shooing your guests away like this is hardly polite.
You! You're from the Astral Express, aren't you?
Hey, so do I really look that much like a nameless? It's not like I have a boarding pass stuck to my face.
You... What are you so happy about?
Just look at you, dyeing your hair like that at such a young age, instead of doing something decent with yourself. You're no better than that bunny on the Astral Express. Anyone could tell you're not from around here.
Hey, jerk! It's not dyed. And for the record, March Bunny is adorable. Wait, what happened to all those happy smiles on your faces before? How did you flip the switch so fast?
You people from beyond the sky. You just don't understand our happiness. If you keep causing trouble, don't blame us if we get nasty.
My apologies. My little sister is young and doesn't know better. We'll be on our way.
Who are you kidding? Sisters? You two aren't even the same species. Cause any more trouble and I'll call a whole boatload of Ploos to toss you both into the sea as fish food.
Follow me.
What's your plan?
My plan? As the referee of the Phantasmoon Games, former referee, I mean, when faced with a supplicant who blatantly breaks the rules and dispenses blessings on a whim, the only thing I can do is issue an executive ruling.
So, this so-called ruling, does it involve summoning a bolt of lightning from the sky to just zap foolish dead out of nowhere?
It's nothing so violent. For my judgment, I must first retrieve the sacred instrument. Only by using it to measure the supplicant's crimes can we sever her power. It's like a gardener pruning overgrown branches.
Is this it? You keep this sacred instrument out here in broad daylight? Aren't you worried someone might make it disappear?
Hold your horses. We've still got a ways to go. As for my precious measuring instrument, do you really think I'd just leave it lying around in the middle of nowhere?
With all due respect, there is no path ahead. I get it. It's probably just an optical illusion. Extraordinary beings like you always love pulling that "the path only opens to the destined" trick. What's next? A secret passphrase? Do I find a stone matrix and jump through it? Or maybe... do you sing a little song, wave your hand, and the trees just obediently stand up and split into two neat rows?
I'm no Woof Woof Dawn. I don't have that kind of skill. A long time ago, I raised a floating island right here for someone to paint. To prevent others from wandering in by mistake, I asked that artist to paint thick fog and woodland here, so passersby wouldn't stray inside. We made a deal. As long as I play my song, the fog will disperse. What do you think? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Compared to the Yuchue's scenery, I suppose it's more natural.
Would it kill you to pay a compliment?
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
My apologies. I didn't mean to mock. I was merely curious. Is this thing really the sacred instrument with which you pass judgment upon supplicants? Is it really just a literal ruler?
Hey, don't underestimate the spirit branch of true law. When it first appeared in the form of a blade 150 years ago, it could cleave a mountain in half with a single effortless swing.
Miss Evanescia, let's keep such fanciful tales between us, shall we? Best not go spreading them around. If any of the Cosmicon Collective players find out, we'll never hear the end of their complaints about how mountain-busting power levels are for noobs.
I never expected a high-ranking Xianzhou general to be so well-versed in the gossip here on Plain Arcadia.
Such is the way of a diviner. To enter a place is to observe its local custom.
Same goes for us arbiters. Times change, and my babies have to change with them. Just picture it. A pretty girl in a school uniform, striding through the streets with a giant sword slung over her shoulder. You're right.
I see you are a law-abiding citizen, Miss Evanescia. Cute.
Pain? What flavor of candy is that?
Their senses have become completely distorted.
Just a little more.
Is he dead?
No, the flesh is regenerating. It won't be long before he gets back up, no matter how many times he is killed.
In that case, he is certainly worthy of the great wheel fortune hanging over his head. So this is Full Wish's goal? To twist citizens implanted with Shuhu cells into giggling abominations, and wage war on every supplicant? It's horrifying to be sure, but... Full Wish is a mere mortal. How exactly did she do it?
General, please do not call them that. These people are nothing like the denizens of abundance you're familiar with. They are just normal people of Seafeld City, struggling with the grind of daily survival. They don't have the strength you and I possess, nor have they ever seen the world outside of plain Arcadia. They just want to stop and catch their breath, even if that breath is poison coughed up by Full Wish.
You're right. They deserved sanctuary. But right now, there's another group of people who need our protection. Since we have the power, let's do something. Whether for the survivors or the victims. You were the referee of the Phantasmoon Games. Even if you were forced off the field by underhanded means, surely you retained some right of arbitration. Now the land is overrun by walking corpses, and the people are plunged into misery. Are you telling me the supplicant who committed such atrocities still hasn't committed a foul?
This is merely a common occurrence in a game that has lasted thousands of years. Calamity. So long as the supplicant can draw wish power to fill the Phantasmoon, the game knows no taboos. The Master of Elation allows supplicants to enact the utmost benevolence, beauty, truth, greed, and absurdity, even the utmost evil.
Then where, exactly, do the boundaries of the Phantasmoon Games lie?
Since when do Aha's games ever have boundaries? You don't understand, General.
Then make me understand.
As you wish. I wonder if you've heard of the tragedy of the bloodstained games from 15 years ago, General.
Compared to the catastrophic history of the Phantasmoon Games, that was likely nothing more than an insignificant interlude, no?
Countless times, I wanted to reach out and touch those muted hearts to make them beat again. But I can't save everyone. It's always been this way. The Phantasmoon Games have only one taboo, and there is only one rule I strictly abide by. The games must proceed, never ending, just as the sun and moon rise and fall. Those who defy this law shall be banished, executed, and suffer unceasing torment. General Yao Guang, have you ever wondered, why am I the arbitrator?
Simply because you possess the power to eradicate those who transgress.
Eons ago, in the Master of Immortality's mysterious garden, flora flourished with such intensity that they suffocated all other life. A meddler quietly infiltrated this place, plucking the most enchanting and luxuriant branch. The severed branch screamed in protest, for before she was gifted with eternal life, she was a divine envoy, leading her kin in search of the elixir of life. She was a beast of blind love and hatred, a sword dancer who devoured the crimson moon. So proud was she, never having known how to yield. Save for the blazing phoenix of the Xianzhou, she has never been defeated by another. How then could she tolerate a meddler defiling her fragrance?
Are you speaking of myths or true history?
When the past is as distant as the afterglow of the stars, does it really matter whether it's myth or history? That meddler transplanted her to another world, and through this method, they imprisoned the most terrifying of horrors within the most ridiculous of games.
You mean you yourself are that most terrifying thing?
You've misunderstood. Or perhaps not. The meddlesome god promised to enlighten her, to teach her to know true joy. And in the repeated cycles of the Phantasmoon games, the meddler did not break their promise. She once witnessed raging flames boil the seas dry, saw civilizations rise from the dust, and wither back into it. She gazed upon the purest souls, burning away their brilliance, and stood silent as supreme evil reveled in blood upon the earth. Finally, amidst the love and hate of the insignificant, she gradually glimpsed the essence of fleeting life, the meaning of elation. Finally, she became me.
So, you're afraid of waking her, afraid of becoming her once more.
Over the past 1,000 years, I have called upon her power 3 times to avert catastrophe. Each time, it left an irreparable scar upon the land.
This is the abundance, healing and torture, coexisting as one.
Even knowing everything, would you still have me wear that fox mask and exercise the authority of arbitration?
Miss Evanescia, what you are terrified of is not this fox mask. Quite the opposite. Evanescia is the mask you wear. What you are terrified of is your true self. I, too, was once terrified of my mask.
Your mask?
A mask known as Arbiter General. Whenever the tides of war demand it, I have no choice but to don it, to become that slaughtering general, coldly watching blood and tears be shed, plotting and divining beneath the astral charts, even accepting the scorn of bereaved orphans, all to ensure the Luxero is loosed.
I don't understand. As a general of the Xianzhou, why have you urged me all this time, urged this creation of the abundance, to reveal its true form?
It's laughable, really. I arrived in plain Arcadia for the sole purpose of involving the Master of Elation in my divination, seeking to rewrite a fate already cast in stone. But to steer the orbits of the stars is no easy feat. Whether it be the Lux arrow that topples the sky or the games of the elation, it's difficult to grasp even if you go all out. From the instant the Phantom Moon's declaration increased the stakes, my divination has spiraled out of control. My fate shifts ceaselessly between adversity and prosperity. Life and death becoming impossible to fathom. With the eons in play, divination is futile. The only thing you can ever put trust in is people. Just as I once believed my teacher could successfully fulfill their fate. I really believe in you too, Miss Evanescia.
Has anyone ever told you you're quite the gambler? Daring to push your chips onto an unknown quantity, like me? In a game where the eons themselves have taken a seat at the table?
When we first met, I could not gain insight into the will or woe of your fate. Yet, I was willing to trust you. I believe you are also the key to rewriting destiny in this game, whose ending no one can foresee.
Why?
Miss Evanescia, the spiritess that watches over me is named the Kala Chakra Sky Plume. It is a symbol of the hunt's foresight, verdict, and self-discipline. Why does the decisive god of the skybow bear such a visage? After much contemplation, I finally understood. If the value of discipline was understood, the creations of the abundance need not be abominations. And without temperance, the consequences of the hunt are no different from destruction. I am not some gambler, nor am I an ant beneath the gaze of the eons. I was the one who offered up a piece of my own insignificant fate, forging their trajectories. The situation outside is volatile. We don't have a second to spare for idle chatter. Miss Evanescia, I've given you my answer, and I'd like to hear yours in return. When you realized Full Wish was not a supplicant and you could not pass judgment, why did I see hesitation and doubt in your eyes rather than your usual indifference? I know you already have a game changer in mind. You're just not ready to use it yet. Please, tell me your solution.
As you wish. To exercise the right of arbitration, irrefutable proof is required. Proof that a supplicant has indeed broken the rules and disrupted the order of the Phantom Moon Games. Yet surveying the board, I see not a single transgression. Since there are no sinners, then I shall become the sinner. General Yao Guang, you once asked me, where do the boundaries of the Phantom Moon Games lie? Well, here's my answer. The boundaries aren't on the outside, but at the core. Now, I shall transgress the taboo and divulge to you the true purpose of this Ionic game. Through this method, the Master of Elation imprisons the most terrifying of horrors within the most ridiculous of games. The terror slumbering at the heart of plain Arcadia is